The city of Neon never sleeps. Shadows hide daggers, and trust is a currency more valuable than credits. If you want to know how betrayal can burn brighter than fire, stay until the end of this story. And before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more dark, twisted tales. What you're about to hear will haunt you. Chapter 1. Neon rain fell in sheets, turning the streets of Nova Eden into mirrors of broken neon. Screens flickered across skyscrapers, endless ads promising salvation through implants, loyalty, and power. Ethan Vale pulled his hood tighter, the edges dripping with digital static as his visor adjusted to the storm. He was a ghost in the system, a hacker, a runner, a thief of secrets. And tonight, he had one job: steal from the most dangerous corporation on the planet, HelixCorp. But Ethan wasn't alone. His partner, Nyla, spoke through the comms, voice sharp but steady. Security grids pulsing. 30 seconds until reset, move. He trusted her. He always had. And that trust would be his undoing. Chapter 2. The heist. The target was the Helix data vault, buried beneath 50 floors of steel and lies. Ethan slipped through drones, bypassed code-locked doors, slid into shadows between surveillance beams. Every second, Nyla fed him paths, whispering in his ear like a ghost in the wires. "You're clear. 2 guards left. Drop them quiet." A flick of his blade, a jolt of electricity, and 2 armored men crumpled to the floor. At the core of the vault, a glowing cube pulsed Helix's neural archive. Billions of secrets. Enough to bring empires down. Ethan reached out. His hand trembled. Nyla's voice, "Take it, fast." The cube was warm in his grip. Almost alive. That's when alarm screamed. Chapter 3. The setup system breach detected. A synthetic voice boomed. Red lights cut across the vault. Ethan's blood ran cold. "Nyla, you said go," she shouted. "It'll reroute the drones, but you've got 60 seconds. Run." Ethan sprinted through flashing corridors, the cube burning in his hand. Mechs dropped from ceilings, spraying fire. He dodged, slid, hacked panels mid-run, doors hissing open. His visor map glitched, showing false exits. "Wrong way, Ethan," Nyla said. Her voice was calm now. Too calm. He froze. "What?" Chapter 4. Betrayal. Doors slammed shut. Steel walls locked around him. The cube in his hand hummed, draining power from his implants. On the comms, Nyla's laughter crackled, cold, empty. "You really thought we were partners? Ethan, you've always been useful. But Helix pays better than loyalty. And they wanted you delivered with the cube." He staggered back, rage flooding his veins. "You sold me out." "No," she purred. "I upgraded. Goodbye, Ethan." The last thing he saw before the shockwave dropped him was Nyla's face on a flickering holoscreen, smiling as the drones closed in. Chapter 5. The prison. When Ethan woke, his implants were stripped, his visor gone. He was chained in a sterile white cell, screens displaying Helix's logo all around. A figure entered, Director Malric, head of Helix's security division. Tall, steel-eyed, his voice mechanical from half a dozen augmentations. "You're smarter than most rats, Vale. But rats don't win. They crawl. They bleed. They die." Ethan spat blood. "You'll never control me." Malric leaned close. "We don't need to. We already control her." On the screen behind him, Nyla appeared draped in Helix armor, her eyes cold, her voice flat. "I told you, Ethan. Loyalty doesn't pay. Power does." Something inside him shattered. Chapter 6. Ghost Protocol. Days blurred. Interrogations. Neural probes. Pain beyond pain. They wanted him broken, obedient. But Ethan had buried something deep, an old protocol, a backdoor hidden in his implants. Even stripped, even caged, he had one last ghost in the machine. One night, when the guards grew careless, he triggered it. Circuits sparked in his veins, frying locks, knocking out the cameras. The door hissed open. He staggered into the corridor, bleeding, furious. And he swore, "Nyla will pay." Chapter 7. Escape. Into shadows. He fought his way through the prison, stealing weapons, using hacked drones as shields. Every hallway echoed with alarms, but he didn't care. Finally, he burst into the rain-slick streets of Nova Eden. The city swallowed him. Sirens, crowds, neon chaos. He was free. For now. But Nyla was out there. Helix was out there. And both had to burn. Chapter 8. the underground with nowhere else to turn. Ethan descended into the Undercity, the labyrinth beneath Nova Eden, where exiles, hackers, and broken machines carved their own survival. There, he found old allies, Rook, a merc with a mechanical arm, and Jin, a blind coder who saw more than anyone. They listened as Ethan told his story. "She betrayed me, sold me to Helix." Rook slammed his fist into the table. "Then we make her regret it." Jin smiled faintly. "Careful. Sometimes betrayal runs deeper than you think." Chapter 9. The rising storm. In the weeks after Ethan's escape, HelixCorp tightened its grip on Nova Eden. Drones patrolled every street. Surveillance crawled into every home. And Nyla was the face of it all. Her image glowed across holobillboards. "Loyalty is strength. Join Helix. Upgrade your future." Ethan watched from the Undercity, fury burning through his veins. Once she was his partner, his friend. Now she was their weapon. And worse, the people believed her. Chapter 10. Planning the impossible. Rook slammed his mechanical arm on the table. "You want revenge? Then we go for the head. Malric, Nyla, both. We tear Helix down." Jin shook his head. "Helix isn't just a corporation. It's an empire. To break it, you don't kill the head. You burn the roots." Ethan leaned forward. "Then show me where to strike." Jin pulled up a map of the neural nexus, Helix's core AI hub. It wasn't just a server. It was a god machine, processing every thought, every transaction, every movement in the city. Destroy it, and Helix would collapse. But it was suicide to try. Ethan's jaw clenched. "We don't need to survive. We just need to finish this." Chapter 11. The ghost within. As they prepared, Ethan couldn't shake the memories of Nyla's betrayal. Her laughter. Her eyes, once warm, now cold as steel. Late one night, as he sat alone in the ruins of an old subway, a voice crackled into his comms. "Ethan." His blood froze. It was her, Nyla. "You don't understand," she whispered. "Helix owns me. They rewrote me. I didn't have a choice." "Lies," he spat. "Not lies. Chains." Her voice trembled. "Meet me. One chance to see the truth. If you still want me dead after, do it." The signal cut. Chapter 12. The meeting. He met her in an abandoned arcade, screens flickering with dead games. She stepped out of the shadows, armor gone, just a hood and tired eyes. "Look at me," she said, pulling back her sleeve. Circuits pulsed under her skin, glowing helix blue. "They spliced my mind. Every decision, every word controlled." Ethan's grip tightened on his pistol. "And you expect me to believe that?" She moved closer, tears in her eyes. "Ethan, I never wanted to betray you. I still..." A sniper shot shattered the wall beside her. Helix drones stormed in. "Trap!" Rook's voice roared in Ethan's comms. Nyla screamed. "It wasn't me. I swear." Chapter 13. Firefight. The arcade erupted in chaos. Ethan dove behind shattered machines, firing back at drones. Rook's heavy rifle thundered from the rooftops. Jin unleashed a virus, screens flickering as drones froze midair. Through it all, Nyla fought, two blades of light forming in her hands, cutting drones down with vicious grace. Ethan saw it in her eyes. She wasn't lying. She wasn't free. For a moment, their eyes met, and the old trust flickered back to life. Chapter 14. The Nexus. Together, the ragtag team fought their way to the neural nexus. Towers of glass and steel pierced the clouds, lightning dancing along its spires. Inside, the AI core pulsed like a heart of light. Malric awaited them, armored like a machine god. His voice boomed, "Welcome home, rats." Behind him, Helix guards and drones filled the chamber. And at his side, a holochain bound Nyla's mind. She convulsed, eyes glowing blue. "Run, Ethan, please," Malric sneered. "You think she loves you? She was built to betray. Every choice, every smile, every kiss, it was programming. We made her your perfect partner so she could deliver you." Ethan's world shattered again. Chapter 15. The breaking point. Nyla screamed as circuits tore through her veins. Helix forced her body to attack, blades flashing, aimed at Ethan's heart. He parried, tears blurring his vision. "Fight it, Nyla. Fight them." "I can't," she gasped, blade trembling. "Kill me, Ethan. End this." Rook roared, charging Malric. Jin unleashed a final virus, collapsing drones in waves. The Nexus shook, sparks raining from the AI core. Ethan stood over Nyla, sword raised. His heart cracked in two. Chapter 16. The choice time slowed. He saw the Nyla he knew laughing in neon rain, guiding him through the shadows. He saw the Nyla Helix made weaponized, enslaved. One strike could end it. End her suffering. End his. But another choice burned. Free her, even if it destroyed him. Ethan screamed, plunging his sword not into her, but into the Nexus core. Chapter 17. Collapse. The world exploded in light. Circuits fried. Data streams burned. The AI screaming as it died. Malric roared in fury as his augmentation shorted, sparks bursting from his skull. Nyla collapsed, chains breaking, her eyes returning to their old warmth. She reached for Ethan's hand. "You fool," she whispered. "You saved me." But as the core collapsed, the building began to fall. Rook dragged Jin toward the exit. Ethan pulled Nyla up, running through fire and shattering glass. Chapter 18. Ashes of neon. They barely made it out as the Nexus tower crumbled into the city, neon flames devouring the skyline. HelixCorp was broken. Its AI dead. Its empire in ruins. On a rooftop far from the wreckage, Ethan and Nyla watched the city burn. "You destroyed everything," she said softly. "Not everything," he replied, gripping her hand. "We still have us." But deep inside, he wondered if Malric's words were true. If every memory, every bond, every smile they shared was just another program. The final betrayal. Weeks later, whispers spread. A new Helix was rising, rebuilt from ashes, and at its helm someone they thought gone. In a secret chamber, Nyla stood before a council of shadows, eyes glowing faintly blue. "It worked," she said calmly. "Ethan believes he freed me. He'll never see what comes next." The shadows nodded. The greatest betrayal had only just begun. And that's the end of this story for now. Betrayal doesn't end in fire, it lingers, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. If you want to know what happens when Ethan discovers the final truth, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because the next chapter will change everything.